So Wuthering Waves version 2.0 has been a massive success across many platforms, and obviously a lot of people over on PlayStation have been really enjoying it due to the fact that it was actually released during version 2.0, which means there's been a lot of new players coming over, and also they've been experiencing a lot of the game modes that we've been experiencing for the past couple of months. And Wuthering Waves have actually been kind of recognized for this in the PlayStation Players' Choice Awards, which actually came up for January 2025, and Wuthering Waves appeared to be at the top of the list here. Now obviously it's up there with some other really great games that have been out on PlayStation, but it seems like it's had quite a bit of success that it's actually managed to make the award charts. But how does Kuro Games and Wuthering Waves keep bringing in all of these players while also keeping a lot of the old players entertained? Well, we're going to be going through one of the updates that come into Wuthering Waves in version 2.1, I'm pretty sure, and how this is going to keep a lot of the older players engaged, and how this is actually keeping a lot of players over in the game due to a lot of these updates coming out. We'll be going through what we know about the updates so far and how this could actually affect Wuthering Waves' future as a whole, and pretty much just talking through everything you need to know. But before I get into this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you guys do enjoy it, and also go to Game Subs, use my code KAZA, get 10% off again. They got a ton of really cool stuff over there. I definitely recommend checking it out. And yeah, let's get back into the video. So this is an article from GameRant pretty much talking about it. They say Wuthering Waves officially reveals new permanent game modes for version 2.1. Now I will say this is actually a really good move from Wuthering Waves, which you may not actually really realize. Obviously a lot of you may have seen this game mode, but the thing is, just about like a week or so ago, there's a lot of people actually kind of talking about leaks about this. I saw a lot of news articles of news companies covering it, because unfortunately they do cover leaks, and they were talking about a new permanent game mode. Now I haven't seen anything of the specifics, so I don't know how accurate they were to the actual official release that they put out, but I'm pretty sure this is Wuthering Waves' way of getting in there before the leakers, or at least trying to get in there as close to the leakers as possible to kind of beat that, to make sure that they basically don't really have a job, because again, it's really good to see that they are trying to battle them by releasing stuff earlier, and I feel like this is one of the main things that actually got released early, which wasn't actually supposed to be in the first place, but it is really good that we got some news on it regardless. And they say Wuthering Waves has officially announced a new endgame mode coming to version 2.1, which is expected to launch around mid-February. Wuthering Waves fans have been asking for a more challenging game mode for a while now, and it seems Kuro Games is finally answering their demands. It has been a few weeks since the release of rinascita with version 2.0, and the update has been quite popular among Wuthering Waves fans. The update brought a new explorable nation as well as 2 5-star resonators, and while it recently began in the second phase, players are already awaiting news about the next patch. And then they say through its official in-game notes, Wuthering Waves have actually revealed a new permanent game mode called Wuthering Waves, which again, I don't get the naming behind that. It's a little bit weird, but hey, we talked about that on my Twitter. I thought it was kind of crazy, but if they want to call it that, I heard the game mode actually has a way cooler name in Japanese. That's what Ryuku was saying. So again, it's kind of funny to see that that's the name, Wuthering Waves. It's like, bro, what the team thinking? But hey, we do have a new game mode at least. That's what I'm very excited for. And they say, according to the developers, this endgame content will reset its challenges weekly. The reveal of Wuthering Waves comes after a prominent leaker, Sleep, shared some details about the game mode. So again, that is why they've actually released this information. And they say, per the leak, this endgame content consists of 3 stages, each with its own challenges and rewards. Only 2 stages reset periodically though, and players can claim up to 800 asteroid for completing them. But we do have this official information. Obviously, this mainly came out on the Wuthering Waves game. They never really made a big announcement on it on any of their social medias or anything like that. They literally just put it into a little bit of like a game announcement in Wuthering Waves itself, and they say we're excited to announce that the upcoming 2.1 will introduce a brand new permanent weekly challenge mode, which again is just getting people excited. And I feel like the reason why they did it in game was so that they made it official, also not making too much of a big deal about it, which again is absolutely great. They say to adjust this edition of Wuthering Waves, the game is rescheduling the duration of the next Tower of Adversity Hazard Zone cycle to last from February 3rd to March 3rd. Wuthering Waves Tower of Adversity usually resets every 14 days, but the game's unexpectedly changed it to a full month. Upon the announcement, fans theorized that this decision might be permanent to balance out this like weekly reset of the new game mode, but it is possible that this change could be temporary, and of course players will have to wait for official confirmation from Kuro Games in the upcoming week. And then they say there are high expectations for Wuthering Waves version 2.0 and future updates. Players can expect even more from rinascita characters like Zany to debut in later patches. And it's really great to see that Wuthering Waves are still adding all of these really nice game modes, which are keeping players playing the game. You know, as I said before, it's really great that they've added a lot of kind of stuff to get a lot of new players in. For example, the skip button, which pretty much lets them get further in the story and stay up to date with a lot of the rinascita stuff, and also the, some of the new events, everything like that. Events are always good. Obviously, you're getting constant asteroid, but I feel like adding having new kind of permanent game modes and stuff like that is giving something for the players that stuck around, and it's giving something for the players that have been playing for quite a bit, and also the players that enjoy endgame, because obviously endgame content is a big factor whenever it comes to gacha games. And I feel like, you know, it's not the be all and end all of a gacha game, but it also is a very important part that people do judge it on. And I feel like if this game mode is good, we don't really know much about the actual game mode itself and what it entails, but if it's actually good, I feel like this could actually help Wuthering Waves improve even more and give something for players to keep coming back to, because not only is it giving something for a lot of the old players, it's also just giving something for people to do in the game every now and again, especially during some of the dry patches. As I said, we have had a couple of dry patches in Wuthering Waves, and I think this would be something that could help fill the gap. Obviously there needs to be some other stuff like new events, things like that could fill the gap, but I feel like having a new endgame mode, which is always there, will definitely help out a lot. And obviously I think this will actually mean that we will have a bump up of a lot of the free rewards coming to the game. Obviously I think we're going to be getting a lot of free rewards whenever it comes to this new game mode, which means asteroid, and the overall amount of asteroid we're going to get is going to bump up pretty massively, which again is going to be really great to see, and this is going to really help out free-to-play players in general. Obviously, you got all the events and stuff that are going on in Wuthering Waves, giving out free asteroid, but then also you got stuff like TOA and this new game mode, and we've got even more coming out, which again is really great to see. And I'm really excited to see what else is coming to version 2.1. Obviously, maybe we're going to get a new little expansion to the map, maybe we're going to get some new story, maybe we're going to get some new kind of game modes as well, not just this permanent game mode, which is coming out mid-February apparently. So again, it's really exciting to see, and I think a lot of players are actually really excited for this. Obviously, there's a lot of players that dedicate a lot of their time to a lot of the end game modes, Power of Adversity, Hologram, stuff like that. People do like dedicating their time towards that, and I feel like this might be another one which they might be very excited for. I don't really know what the general opinion is from that kind of community, but I feel like, they should be pretty happy with this, because it is a new game mode that they can try out, that they can sweat out and, build up some things around it. And obviously, some of the best games out at the moment that are really good in terms of combat have a lot of endgame modes. And I feel like that is something that, Wuthering Waves needs to kind of capitalize on, which obviously they are doing. Obviously, Honkai Star has a lot of endgame modes. We've got Pure Fiction, we've got a Memory of Chaos, we've got that new one, which I forgot what it's called. But again, we've got like Xenozone Zero as well. They have a lot, and some of their endgame modes are some of the best in gacha gaming, which again is really great to see. And obviously, Wuthering Waves now are trying to step up their game in terms of endgame, and hopefully we can just see them do a really high quality endgame mode, which will A, bring in a lot of players, but also B, keep a lot of the current players satisfied. So again, overall it's really good news. And also that's added on to the fact that they've been added for PlayStation players choice, which obviously, with them adding a lot of these new game modes, adding a lot of new updates and stuff constantly to the game, I definitely think they do deserve this award and a lot of the previous awards that they've gotten in the past, because again, it's great to see that Kuro Games actually cares about how long people are playing the game, and how people are actually enjoying the game as a whole. And I feel like this new permanent game mode is definitely going to help with that. So let me know down in the comments what you guys think about this. Are you guys excited for this new permanent game mode, or do you think they might be a little bit boring? Obviously there is a chance that could happen, and I'll definitely keep you guys updated on the overall player feedback from it and how people have actually been enjoying it, because again, I'll definitely give it a little try, and then I'll go have a look, see what other people think, and probably like a follow-up video to this. But again, if you guys did enjoy this video, then don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And as I say, also go to Game Subs, use my code KAZA, get 10% off, and I'll see you guys in the next one. That's all. See ya.